Alrighty. This tent's kind of bulky, but it's freaking awesome. I've never been excited about a tent because they're always a pain in the butt to set up and especially to get back in the bag. But luckily on this one, they made the bag a little bigger. This thing's so freaking easy. I say that, then I can't get it on the bed. Nope, wrong side. Can't get a break with keeping this thing dry. But anyway, hub here in the middle. Get it spread out. There. Really? Pull it out until it clicks. Hopefully it won't rain on me again this weekend. This thing has been wet for 2 months. And the last one. And that's it. Well, I mean, you gotta stretch it out, obviously, but for the most part. Oh. Where are the doors? No, yeah, those are the doors. You got the spatula. Oh. And I don't know if you can see me. Last time I had a lot of issues. Possibly a little bit better. That steak, I don't know if you can see that. That's what I decided on. Oh my goodness, it's looking good already. I'm going to starboard lift a little bit on this stuff. Yeah. Oh well, my bad. I think this helps me. Trying to just hang it from that somewhere. I'm going to put the stick on pretty quick. Es tiempo. How we looking? Looking pretty good. This freaking Coleman lantern, I've had this thing for at least a decade. It's had these same batteries in it ever since. But the funny thing is with the LED technology, or I guess period, how does it go now? It's lasted for 10 years, and I've been bringing it out with me for. I don't use it a lot. I hadn't used it. There was probably like a 5-year period where it just sat there. Anyway, so it puts off light, so you think you're good. And you can't even say it puts off light. It glows. It's almost like a glow stick. I replaced the batteries just now, and it's night and day. But Anywho, interesting, I guess. And one of those things you just sit there like, why did I put up with this for so long? So these things, over here, it's just like a, I don't know if you can even see that. It's just like a little round ball. I think it's called like a cob ball or something. It's magnetic. They can move it wherever, and of course it detaches and stuff like that. So these things, they're really good. Again, they're LED, so you got to make sure your batteries are charged up, but do a pretty good job. Last time I was out here, you know, of course I find out when I'm looking at the video that you can't even see any of it. You can barely see any of it, which may not be a bad thing. But I could see fine. So, anywho, I got these things. I've used them before. I've lost them before, so I got a couple new ones. I have a real bad time with going Christmas shopping for other people and only shopping for myself. I'm a jerk. Anyway. But steak and potatoes, new batteries, and a fire. Feeling better. So, I guess we'll catch up in a bit. I think she's basically done. This firebox stove to me is honestly pretty amazing. Okay, I'm gonna fix that light. Or fix it as much as possible. I don't know. Like, you do got to go back. You know, sometimes it's almost like great fire that it almost goes down to nothing, and you kind of got to have some stuff ready to throw back in there. But I mean, that's not a big deal. Of course, those ports you can stick sticks through there. Towards the end, I kind of had to. Maybe I let it go a little long. I didn't really have anything small enough to stick through there anymore, so I had to pick it back up and throw some stuff on there. But 20 seconds. We're a roaring fire now. I'm actually going to take this off. So look at that. A few more sticks. And it's going strong. It's just crazy because it's just like not a lot of wood. That's a lot of wood. I feel like I'm getting more direct heat off of this. So this is almost something I could, you know, I like that fire being there, but I'd almost be content, not just as a cook fire, but having this fire here just to stare at, space out on. But anyway, seems like it did a good job on that steak. Those potatoes look yummy. I was starving, then I cooked, and I'm not really hungry right now, so I'm gonna let that just sit there. I never know which way the camera's pointed. Anyways, successful again this morning for pigs. They were nuts. Luckily, I don't have to go chase this one. I'm actually gonna keep most of the meat on this one, hopefully. But they were going off all night, knocking the crap out of this feeder down here, and I guess getting more corn to fall out. You know? Then the truck drinking coffee, and I got out to go pour another cup, and I'm like, well, they're back down there again, and they stayed down here. So I shot the smallest one I could find. Dead in Dallas. Did I hit it right where I wanted? Yes, it looks like I did. Going for a headshot and achieved a headshot. I thought I hit two. over there going off. One that was behind it, I waited for it to walk away a few feet, then shot, and it came running around and rolling on the ground, but no, I didn't hit it. It was just scared crapless, which understandable. But anyhow, I'm gonna take a picture too with the animal. Capture a still out of it. Send my mother and father-in-law who got me the camo for Christmas. Then I'm gonna go cut it up. So I'll be on for a second, but I'll probably edit it out. Well, that's what I got. Wasn't as good of a shot as I thought. It was up and down was good, but it was a couple inches back and I blew out his shoulders. So could have kept the ribs, but it's pretty small. It would have been good, but the shoulder area was blown out. So anyways, I'm gonna put him on ice and wash up, and I'm out. All right, here's that one of the hindquarters of that pig I shot, and it's gonna get a bath and a leg row. This stuff is what I use for all my game. So I'm gonna do that, some pink Himalayan sea salt, and soak it. I got to go get some pellets for the Traeger, and then let it soak while I'm doing that, and come back and throw it on the Traeger. All right, see you in a bit. Anyway, so it's been in there for a little longer than anticipated. I've having motivational issues because it hasn't stopped raining for 2 days and it's like 35 degrees. But I just flipped it, and I'm gonna let that soak for a little bit, keep it in the refrigerator. And here's a tip for you. Put your meat on the smoker cold to get a better smoke ring, because up to a point you're not going to increase the smoke ring anymore. But if you want to get a real deep smoke ring, keep it cold so the inner meat stays colder for longer and kind of keeps that smoke out in the middle. Make a pretty good one. Anyway, when I throw it on, I'll get back with you. Anywho, it's out of the Allegro, and I put Cooper's pit barbecue rub on there. It's alright. It's not my favorite. I'm not really a rub kind of person, but being a wild pig, we're gonna avoid having any bad flavors. I got, I believe, most of the nodes out, or the clans. So hopefully. Anywho, I'm gonna put this back in the refrigerator for, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, and let the temperature get going on the Traeger, and we'll slap her on there. Fine day for the Traeger, huh? Anyway, it's not gonna smoke itself. Anyway, so here's the beast snuggling. It's freezing outside. I'm getting that thing on a lot later than I needed to. It's like 11:30. I was hoping like 7:30. Just been one of those days. And you know, it's hard to get motivated whenever it's pouring down rain and cold. But anyway, so it's going to be late this evening with wild game. At least in my opinion, it takes a really long time to break down the connective tissues and stuff like that. A little different than your domesticated pigs, but it's pretty small animal, so you know, hoping it doesn't take forever. I'm trying to keep it at about 200, and I'm having to keep my Traeger at 225, which is my only option because mine doesn't have a 200-degree setting. I never understood that. But anywho, but it's like at 204 now, so 21-degree difference. Like I said, it's not even 40 degrees yet. It's pouring down. But anywho, and we'll see. Yeah, I mean, it's just gonna be. It's a Traeger, so you leave it on there. You know, it doesn't take all that much effort like a regular smoker. That's why I love them so much. I proved myself with a regular smoker over the years, and now I retired to a Traeger. Money well spent. I love them. But yeah, I guess we'll perhaps do updates as we go throughout the day, but if not, we'll see what we come up with as a finished product. Alrighty, there's the finished product. I think I got the internal up to 171. It's to, you know, really help it break down everything. But it's a little dry. It's a ham and it's wild pig, but fairly decent smoke ring. Pretty tender, but not as dry as I would have thought, given, you know, because I probably cooked it for 13 hours. But pretty good. Tastes like anything. Kind of heavy on salt, but that's not a bad thing if you ask me. Not too bad on smoke. I mean, there are a couple pieces I took off earlier where it was a little bit overwhelming, but it's pretty good. I'm happy with it. So if you're out in the field and you see a pig, you know, don't be afraid to take it home and make dinner out of it. It's pretty good. And I mean, I've heard people say, oh, they're foul and stuff like that, and a lot of bigger ones will be, but I mean, big bucks are disgusting too. So if you see smaller pigs, you know, you want to shoot them and let them lie, that's up to you, but meat's pretty good. It's worth taking home. Just make sure you cook it thoroughly and wash your hands. Well, that's with anything nowadays, but y'all have a good one. Take care.